Hi, good morning. Let's talk more about the planting medium to for propagating your colocasia. This one, what you're seeing in the cup, what you're seeing here in the cup is clay. Now, I assume clay on different places are a bit different, maybe in color, maybe in their stickiness. Some are a bit muddy. Some turn really muddy and soft after soaking in the water for a while. But the one I have here, the one I have bought, now this is kind of really sticky and thick. It holds its, what's the word for it, consistency quite well after soaking in the water for a long time. So be mindful when you choosing your clay. Now all clay would be usable, like I use here. Now both of this is the mojito, which I guess 95 of Thai people call it mojito. As you can see here, I use both coconut husk, chopped coconut husk, and clay. Now this is like, I would call it a wet type. I soak it in water, it stay in water, being wet all the time. This is a dry type. As I don't know if you can see it, I'll try to show it. The pot has drainage hole. Well, this one is just plastic cup, no holes. It holds water. I do all. And this is another material, another planting medium I use, perlite. Perlite floats, as you can see. It floats. So it will also make the plant float and not getting submerged underwater. Only the roots, I don't know if you can see it or not, the roots are in the water, while the actual shoot is not in the water. It's in the perlite area. So that will prevent the shoot from getting rot. As you can see here, I didn't put like excessive amount of water. I didn't fill the cup. I just put it enough so it has some water to make the clay wet. Even on my bigger ones, I don't know if you can see it, like here, I didn't fill it, I didn't fill the whole pot to the brim, just enough to support. Now what I can say about, I would say a dry method and wet method. Now the wet type that I'm doing works really well in my house condition. This is not as good. Maybe it's winter time. I never propagate in this dry type in winter time before for the colocasia. Normally this is what I normally do. I use cocoa coir, cocoa peat, or peat moss. Quite similar. I would put it 1/3 of the cup, put the shoot in, or the runner, the node, just place it on top, and then I would have tray filled with water. If it's a shoot like this, I would put the water quite almost the same level as the planting medium, which is about here, about 1/3 or 1/4. If I am propagating a node like this here, I wouldn't fill the tray to the brim, or I mean to the same level as the planting medium, which is about 1/4, 1/3. I would just fill the water just enough so it higher than, you know, it, so the bottom of the pot is touching the water and the coco coir can suck up the water to the node. The last one that I do is using sphagnum moss. Now, let's see. Oh, I have this ready. What you need to do is basically grab a bunch of sphagnum moss and then soak it in water. No fertilizers. No fertilizers. Don't add any liquid fertilizers. It's not the time yet. At least that's my experience. I don't know what happened with you guys, but in my house condition, I don't add, their roots are not properly working yet. In my experience, if you add liquid fertilizers or any kind of fertilizers to your newly propagated colocasia, normally the roots are destroyed, they're rotten. Okay, let's get back to this. Squeeze it as much as you can. Most of the water out. You cover the root of your colocasia. Now this, when you're wrapping, just be careful. Like this guy here has a new shoot coming out, so be gentle. Don't squeeze, just wrap it round gently and place it in the pot. This needs a little bit more. Now this little guy over here, he has a couple of leaves, so I will not place a newly propagated plant, newly propagated colocasia back directly in direct sunlight. It'll stay under some shade for a while. And actually, I don't know if it's true for everybody or not. For the yellow splash, it seems to be, the yellow splash seems to be more, I would say, more vibrant. So this is my experience. When it was, before I placed them, like all of my colocasia under direct sunlight, and the color are, as you can see, it's not as vibrant. Look at this one. Now this is what I have witnessed, and a bunch of other people that I've talked to. Not only this, but also the mojito. Before it was under direct sunlight, and the black spots here are faded, kind of faded. And now, over here, right now, it has been here for about a week, 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks. And the leaves are, the black spots are getting more and more prominent, which is basically just more beautiful for the mojito case and for the yellow splash. So not direct sunlight. I mean, they can survive no problem under direct sunlight, but the colors, the intensity, the yellow are better, and the black. So the colors are more vibrant. That's all. Thank you.